Welcome back. Thank you for staying with Checkpoint. Let's continue informing you. Now, the family of Charles Wachira is crying for help after the body of their daughter, Pauline Wachira, continues to be detained in Dubai. Pauline died under mysterious circumstances after allegedly being lied to that she was being taken to Saudi Arabia. Now, another video of a Kenyan woman crying for help after being forced to breastfeed 2 puppies has now gone viral as Kenyans, KTN and human rights groups altogether urge President William Ruto to ban all recruitment agencies operating in the country and repatriate Kenyans stuck in oil-rich Saudi Arabia. Willie Lusige with the details.
Charles Wachira is a father experiencing great pain at the moment. On 7th of August this year, he was informed through a call by a stranger in Dubai that her daughter was sick. All along, he knew her daughter was an immigrant worker who had traveled to Saudi Arabia but not Dubai.
Sasa akigojeka ndio alituambia ati ako Saudia. Ati alipelekwa Saudia sio Dubai. Kwa hivyo kutoka tarehe 7 mwezi wa 8 aliniambia ati msichana yangu hasikii mzuri. Sasa tarehe 8 akaniambia amekufa. Sasa nilijaribu kumwambia aniletee, hakuniletea. Alinipimia simu, hakunichukulia simu.
One day later, he got a call that Pauline had died mysteriously. As at now, the father does not have details about her whereabouts and where she worked.
Alituambia alipelekwa mochari huko Saudia. Hajasafirishwa.
He has knocked on doors of several government and non-governmental organizations to no avail. Charles is yet to receive any communication from the recruitment agency that ferried her daughter to the Middle East.
Hiyo agenti astakiwe kwa sababu hakunisaidia anitilie mwili ya mtoto yangu.
It's too painful. Every day I feel so much pain watching.
It is another sad tale from Phoebe Awino after her sister Susan Awino left Kenya to work in Saudi Arabia in October 2021. Sadly, she ended being taken to Iraq as an immigrant worker by her Kenyan agent, contrary to the initial agreement.
Nilichukua badeni yote, stress zote sistangu ananipatia na zibebanga. Sometimes I even lie to my mom. Manga kushago. Namdanganya Susan akopoa. Susan anaendelea poa.
She has been ailing for some time in Iraq, leaving her family in anguish back at home.
Sijui atako wapi. Ukiulizia kwa zile contacts amekuwa akitumia akikupigia, wanakuambia juu yako wapi.
Wanajibu yake alisasa mimi hapa ndipo na wiki 2 tu. Na wiki 2 tayari naambiwa kazi yangu ya kunyonyesha mbwa.
But this disturbing video has caught the attention of Kenyans online. This lady who allegedly traveled to Saudi Arabia weeks ago as an immigrant worker is seen crying for help after being forced by her employer to breastfeed 2 puppies. She had just given birth in Kenya before leaving to Saudi Arabia to get some cash and send back home to care for her baby.
Jamani saidieni nanyesha mbwa mimi binadamu jamani.
And you can ask yourself, before she was given puppies to feed, to breastfeed, what happened to her before this? What, grueling experience she went through? What problems did she see?
She's crying for well-wishers and the government to intervene and bring her back to Kenya. She's one among hundreds of Kenyans and their families that have been crying for repatriation.
Mimi hata Saudi ukaniambia nirudi siwezi. Life uko ni ngumu. Wanafanya watu madharau.
Even have others who have been arrested, prosecuted and jailed merely for raising complaints, for raising their concerns about how they are treated in those detention centers.
Ni kuzunguka. Susan anapelekwa kwa hii, kesho ako kwa hii, kesho ako kwa hii. Sometimes Susan anakuambia mimi ikiendelea zaidi nitatoka hapa if lo niko na nijirushe. Narudi naambia sister yangu hapana. vumilia.
KOTU Secretary General Francis Atwoli is now asking President William Ruto to take action and ban all Kenyan recruitment agencies ferrying Kenyans to work in the Middle East countries where they are treated as slaves.
I've said time and again that these agents of employment bureaus and employment agents in Kenya must be banned. They take our children to Saudi Arabia to die, to come back in coffins and so on. I'm appealing to President William Samoei Ruto's government to stop this menace of taking our children to Saudi Arabia.
KOTU boss accusing some of the recruitment agencies of negligence as they are run by powerful people in the country.
Issue of creating so many employment agencies. Some of these employment agencies are run by our government officers, which complicates the matter for our young men and women who wants to seek for jobs outside Kenya. And even if they complain, nobody is listening to them.
Human rights groups have also demanded the immediate repatriation of suffering Kenyans.
This one cannot be tolerated by any responsible government, cannot be accepted by our government. We must respect the employment requirements which have been accepted globally.
We feel action has to be taken now, because at this level, we'll be receiving more in caskets if we don't take action now. We have others who are very ill as we speak.
This comes at a time that the neighboring Ugandan government is preparing to repatriate more than 500 Ugandan migrant workers stranded in the Arabian Peninsula countries of Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates and Oman, among others.
Dear Mr. President, you promised us about bottom up. Let the bottom up start from Saudi Arabia. Let the bottom up start with our girls in Iraq.
We are telling Mr. President, you promised us freedoms. You promised us dignity. Kwa watu wa chini. Now watu wa chini are in Saudi Arabia suffering. They have got no water to drink.
I want to appeal to the incoming young Minister for Labor to follow Phyllis Kandie's footsteps, because what she did when she was the Minister for Labor during the first term of President Kibaki, she banned all employment agencies. This young girl breastfeeding puppies, she's back. She's crying. She's really crying. She doesn't know what to do.
We are saying if you don't bring back our girls within 1 week, we shall storm the Saudi Arabia embassy in Kenya. We shall storm that embassy. We will not relent. We will not go back until all our girls are brought back.
Willie Lusige, KTN News in Nairobi.
Now moving on, elders from West Pokot County